Hi. Blessed Family, take two. And, I may have lost you. I don't know. No one seems to come back. No. Oh, well. Again, don't be thrown by it, Graham. Something's happened. Oh, yeah. Right, that's two. That's the start. In fact, that's enough. As quickly as that. As far as my particular understanding of what goes on here. Okay, so there has. So either those people didn't understand a word of English anyway, okay? And when I said, well, look, I've got to go and react to my daughter, and so it meant coming out of here and going on to Messenger and quickly telling her just that information, look, I can't help you for at least 2.5 hours because of the post office, right? But then I did get through, please take that into account, find out what your time difference is, and then you will know what time it is with me. And that goes to everybody, of course. It's been funny because often she would ring, bless her heart, and I'm just about to go to bed. And she's saying, good morning, Dad. That's the world for you, isn't it? It's magic, isn't it? Everywhere at some time there's someone awake. That's what's brilliant about things like this. You're 3 o'clock in the morning and you can't go to sleep. Oh, let's check out live. Yeah. And you connect in with that energy. So I said, this is a magic, lively worship thing going on. They're great for uplifting your energy. So you also, and then you click in somewhere in the world. There'll be somewhere where God's being worshipped, right? Click into that and you'll be whoom. Yeah. Well, there's only two of you, but that's all right. Ram Goswami. I know what Ram means. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And so, yes, India, well, it's obvious, isn't it? Who are the most devout people on the planet? As a country, where can you go where still livid, lively worship of God is going on? India. And it's logic, isn't it? You don't need, like you say, don't need a degree in theology to suss who are the first people who are going to respond to any major new spiritual impulse. India. And I have made a most incredible contact that using my imagination, okay, I have been contacted and have now got a goddaughter in Bhutan. Now anybody who knows anything about Bhutan will know that they're one of the purest countries on the planet. By that I mean they have a king, that they practice strict Buddhism, okay, hasn't been corrupted, westernized and thing, although some of, good for me, some of the students have, because they're broad-minded. It might be a thing, you don't want internet sort of thing. No, because obviously she's met me. This has gone on to me meeting, I would say, someone of a higher authority within Bhutan. And he is now linked into my videos directly because we're just talking normally, and he got hold of the wrong end of the stick. So he had gone into YouTube and there's a comedian called Graham Clark. Now, I don't say it like that. I'm not saying he isn't named Graham Clark, but I think once before I had this concept, it's channeled through me, Cosmic Humor 18 plus, where I clearly was, as an outbranch, promoting myself as a comedian. This is what I am. I'm not saying I'm a guru. I'm not, but I was a guru, and all my material was about spiritual matters, just as I am doing now, right? So I am a comedian. I also have officially now had a name change from Graham Clark to Graham Lifebringer. And the deed poll has now been signed and legal and everything. And of course, you know, the angels work under all these restrictions. But I have done everything to comply with the law of the land. My deed poll has been signed by an independent witness, Graham Ingram. Well, it might matter. People might want to contact him from Elgin. Yeah, anybody might see this. He is, I said, jokingly said, this will in a sense make you famous. It will also be a recorded aspect of history. Yeah? So there you go, Graham. And you did. I could see you having a bit of a battle, but you very beautifully conceded. You know, what, 7 copies? But that's the Stu being grumpy old git, right? And I touched you. Remember? Touched you on the arm and say, subtly, boom, you're locked into where I am coming from. Most definitely, right? And anyone in my auric field has that effect. I know that. I can just go into a room of people. I don't have to personally touch everybody because I am touching you. If you're in the my auric field, and that's said to grow, spiritual masters, I think, I saw this somewhere, could have an auric field of a mile, whatever. But then that's giving me complete protection. Get it? No one can come within a mile of me without me directly knowing, let alone the angelic kingdom, you know, who are hovering around me. So I will suddenly feel sick. I will suddenly feel, whoa, got to move, you know. I will know that. Perfect technology, perfect God's plan, that any one of God's representatives, of course, is protected because they're following the Spirit. To quote Dr. John, right place, wrong time. I'm right place, right time. Wherever I am, I'm meant to be. I'm inspired to move. I'm getting a strong indication in my creative imagination. Remember I told you about that? I have this ability to read the plot. I also have this ability for my own personal life journey to, you know, finish the plot. Well, okay, Graham, it's like saying, how is this connection going to be made? Where am I going to go where people can really appreciate who I am, right? Simple enough, isn't it? Where people will welcome you as they welcome everybody. So there'll be no worship as an individual. I have formally asked this monk of Bhutan, how does one get a visa? Because it is like that with Bhutan. I watched a video. They're very selective who they let in, especially media, because it is a media camera team that was let in, which prior to that hadn't really happened. They would not let the media in because they have an understanding how they can corrupt things and twist things. But this team obviously persevered or whatever, but were granted a visa. And it's a fantastic film, and you get to see the king, the queen, the country, how they do things and whatever, and it's all beautifully pure. So, back to Bhutan. You're not watching, see, I know she is, bless her heart, and but, you know, she's an email away. Yeah, that's a good concept for a song, isn't it? She's just an email away. And because they are, everybody is, if you're online. Just a quick email, isn't it? Costs you nothing. No, not even, you know, spends, well, they are Circle. My goddaughter in the Philippines, they obviously have a system. She's got a phone, I imagine. Remember I shared about that. They're not too brilliant for video work. And maybe it's a birthday coming. Right, well, that's it. I promised to send her a video phone device. In other words, this isn't a mobile phone, but this device, but it's the postage problems I have to check, is a mini iPad. Look at the difference between it, right? It's got a keypad, so it's been upgraded so that you can text, but it's English. But anyway, that's her birthday present, because whatever she has now isn't very good, is it? And even though she is in the Philippines, it looks like that's from home, isn't it? No, it works. You see, I'm speculating now. You get a phone, you can either get a card or something, but you are paying for your internet access. And she has to watch every penny. I've just sent her money, but this wasn't for that initially. It's just the child has got to have a doctor's examination. This is the really sick child. There's a child that she has that is deaf, so he's going to be very demanding upon her attention. Can't really put him down, or whatever. And she is struggling on her own. She's got 3 other kids, and the husband has gone, I believe, divorced. Yeah. So, of course, I adopted her as a godfather. So, right, humour this. My family is growing. I mean, my direct family. Go over that. I've got 2 potential wives in Thailand who also have, one of them has 1 daughter, Ploy, who I've goddaughtered, if you like. She's had it explained to her. So that's 3 people. Then the other wife in Thailand has about 4 daughters. Yeah. But some of them are I just did a beautiful photograph of them. You'll see she's a beautiful young woman in her early 20s. She has a boyfriend and she's fairly together. She's got a good job. This is at Thailand. She works in Vai. Oh, Vai, slip again. See, this place I'm going back to. See, Vai and Nain Han to me are the same. Get it? They're both beaches, but Vai is on Crete. But the similar thing. I lived on that beach. The land's owned by the Wat, the monastery. It's sacred ground. And that's a place where I could go for a perfect holiday, or anyone else who is a nature lover. Not developed, no nightclubs and all this, but there's a minimum of facilities, a car park, a small little restaurant, but you can get salads and again, not be ripped off. They're the same price as what the Cretan people pay, because it's the Cretan people's beach. Get it? Every weekend, the local Cretan people come there. It's the arrangement they have, obviously, with the monastery. But they all condone Europeans. It's not Farangs there, as long as we're respectful and we don't go naked on the main beach. Get it? The justification is if you go to the bother of going over a few bits of rock and walk away, well, you are away from the facilities, that is allowed, right? Condoned, if you like a line, okay. But if you step over a line, you start wandering around naked and come back to the, forget, oh, I've got to go and get a salad, right? You just get up. Because for you, obviously, being naked is just you, it's no thing. And then you meet these Cretan people, police would be called. Oh, yeah, they would, woo, and rightly so. It is their space. That is, well, all of it is actually, but the monks have obviously, just like they do in Nain Han, you go into the Wat at Nain Han, right? And there's a poster. And it's just, they don't even like bikinis, and rightly so. These are monks, and they're trying to purify themselves, and the last thing they need is semi-clad women walking about, right? So there's a clear little thing, knowy sort of thing, and a woman in a bikini. Same analogy. That there is, oh God, of course there's nothing wrong with a naked body. It's hard work at times, right? Yes, but we must appreciate that for certain people, this is a major stumbling block because they can't interpret the naturalness of someone walking about naked. They immediately have a sexual response. It arouses people. It creates in them that you are blatantly signaling that you want sex. And of course you're not. Okay? Then we have all this stuff about people who rape people. Well, she was asking for it, right? Because he misread the signals, because you happen to get on a crowded train or whatever with a mini skirt half up your ass, right? Okay? See, there is two sides to this, of course there is. And that's where the judge system comes in. He has to take both sides into account. And some countries maybe do get it a bit wrong. Well, if you walk around in miniskirt and our custom is that you're completely clad, get it? Then you are technically asking for, the Arab states, you go to an Arab country, well, you wouldn't be allowed it in the story, but to say you're even in your big expensive hotel where they do condone westernized behavior because that's the way. But if you go over a line, you might be the Queen of Sheba, wherever you are, that isn't going to get you out if you suddenly walk out of your room with hardly anything on. Yeah? You'd be booted out of the hotel, minimum, and you might get booted out of the country if you give the wrong resistance. How dare you talk about it and all this? You're out. You know what, madam? Yeah, here's your ticket now, fuck off. Well, they wouldn't be like that. But it's that analogy that, yes, the planet is our home, yes, okay? But if people are still living under the illusion and the reality of what you can call it, that there are such things as countries, borders, and all the rest, then that's their reality. Get it? They're projecting out, yes, we all, I've got to get my throat, we all do create our own reality, yeah. Oh, Nick, this is some, Nutra Ninja. It's a big glass. It is plastic, but of course it's made of special plastic because it's really solid. This won't break because it goes under a blender. And when it really blends high speed, there's a lot of pressure. That's why you definitely have a maximum level. As I've known from previous experience, if you overgo that, think, it will create pressure on the top and you could have a shock when you take the lid off. Yeah, because that's the power of the speed of these things. This thing, I'm giving that a thing, but yeah, it's brilliant. It's 1,000-watt motor, yeah, and it's automated, yeah. So you can put anything in it as long as you stick to the level, whole strawberries, ice, right? And it susses, so it starts slow, and depending upon the resistance, will get up to speed. Get it? And it's for 45 seconds, it will splatter anything you chuck in it. I don't know about all ice cubes or whatever, right? But it's a brilliant, one of the best blenders I've come across. And the brand is Nutra Ninja, I believe it's Ninja. And these come in various sizes. This is a fairly biggish one. Let's have a look. Well, in ounces, it's 23 fluid ounces in measurement of, in millimeters, right? 650. No, this is the mid-range. There's one above this. In fact, I might even have one here. No, that's another. But anyway, that'd be 50 quid. Anything good that I come into contact, I share. So that's all I'm doing. Yeah, this is brilliant. I think this is good. And don't go on the other tack, right? Because that, well, this is crap. It is just what is good that has come into my life. I could do if someone asked me, but that's probably in the future, right? Not now. I haven't got the ability to get, well, I have. I've got the comment box. But again, most of my people that are tuning into this live probably don't speak that English so much because the comment box isn't used that often. But I just mention that every now and then. Look, if you need to contact me, like I've probably said this to goddaughter, but she can't. That's one of the issues. Her internet's running out, and so. But we just nipped it in the bud because I've got a quick message to her. I can relax. She knows that I can't do anything. It's come up to 7 now, but till about an hour and a half's time. And she's okay with that. It's not emergency. The appointment probably isn't till tomorrow, whatever. Because that's it. She can got access to me, in a sense, 24 hours a day. And I click into this Facebook at least 2 or 3 times a day. Again, as I'm moved by the Spirit to check things. Like it's like I'm checking my email. Well, actually, I am in a sense because she has that access as well. She check my email, come on here. I can check anybody that's contacted me via Messenger. And so it's good. It can be improved, as everything can. It's money. And this is why I had a go at the BBC. We double take on that. The BBC is a big organisation. Well, most people have heard the BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, even all over the world, because they're given that respect they're due. They are the best, engineers, whatever, in this technique or, system, right? But the vibe I got is that they need to drastically cut back on the ridiculous fees they're paying people. So it's not a personality thing, but it's a pre-warning. It's coming because the BBC is destined to be the voice box, if you like, of the next manifestation of the world teachers, or the reappearance of the Christ, or against the other religions, the reappearance of the E-Man, whatever's been prophesied in your own particular religion, the next the next coming of Buddha, the next incarnation of Krishna. Same thing, but under different words. The divine teacher. I like that one, the teacher of angels and men. Okay? Just different labels, and different religions have slightly got it wrong, but does it matter? When that teacher then reappears, everyone will know. And what's the perfect avenue for that teacher to reappear on? Something similar to this, a live video network where he or she or them can connect into when they have the need and broadcast whatever needs to be broadcast. Again, the mechanics of it is that his or her angels will already be going ahead to ticker and touch the angels of the people that need to see this. Get it? It's like a network that's building up. Remember my particular mantra, everyone I meet special. My network is increasing, and it's not just people on here. But obviously this is a major instrument to facilitate that. So we just, again, creative imagination, if the teacher is going to reappear, yes, people could say, well, he go on TV. Maybe he does. Do both. When it comes to a stature where humanity can contain that without freaking out. We've just got the Christ coming on in an hour's time, as they do, advertise ahead. But we've got to be ready to be able to handle that. And the BBC, anyway, has been destined to perhaps be taking on this role. We'll just go back to that. But also, part of that is, because I'm moving in the spirit, get it, that I'm clearly being impressed to tell the BBC to cut back its overheads, because the time is coming, right? Very soon, right? And I'm sorry, all these £2 million fees to DJs, that's the one I targeted, right? And so there'll be a big thing, are out of order. Sorry. It goes through all your personnel, sorry, on every level. There's no longer justification, as you've done with these people. Well, they have an audience of 6 million people, numbers game, so that's why we can justify paying him. People know I'm talking about, and he's only a mainly Indian, but 2.5 million a year. Sorry, as I said, and it is cutting what any idiot can do a radio show, breakfast show. And then I tied up my point with the fact that, yes, breakfast time, my throat's going a bit, maybe I'm under attack. Yeah. Blessed Archangel Michael, please draw close. Please bring extra agents of light in case I might be under attack, particularly my throat chakra, and increase the level of protection that you do brilliantly offer. Then I can directly appeal. Blessed Angelic Kingdom, please draw close. Please send more protection, please, at this time. I maybe not need it, but I'm asking. And again, you have the perfect freedom to either respond or not. Christ wouldn't even tell the angels what to do, which has been a topic I've shared on. And I'm talking angels now, because they do know. But yes, if Christ suddenly has a bit of a wobbler and he's starting to feel a bit uncomfortable around his throat and starting to sense on a psychic level resistance, then yes, it's an avenue, of course, he can bring. And of course, he's still got a bit of humanity in him. Think about it. Right, we're going there now. If in a previous life you were stuck on a cross and had nails put through your feet, get it? And even though you knew it was God's will, because that was part of your growth, there will be those memories in there. Even Jesus Christ had his moments of doubt and pain, just as every cop's a criminal. And all your sinners saints just smile and call me Lucifer, and I'll lay your body to waste. Mick Jagger, Symphony for the Devil. So, hypothetically, a Christed one could be speaking to you now, and I do make that claim. I am a Christed one, as there are many other Christed ones. Within every major religion in the world, you have your own Christed ones, but you may not call them that. Yeah, they are light bringers then. Instruments of immense light. And I saw one the other day on Facebook and from the Arabic states. and he was singing the Quran. Anyone might, I've only been on here blinking. Well, you can, this is fairly recent, but of course it's in Arabic. Maybe yes, subconsciously I know that and that, but I can't as yet pronounce Arabic words. So, I can't say. It may have gone in on English as well. There might have been an English, there's a bit of word again. If you are from the Arabic states, and yes, I appreciate you're proud of your language, and yes, but it wouldn't be much to ask, please put an English interpretation underneath as well, because we're not at that level, which is coming, where people can speak in everybody else's tongue. And obviously one would assimilate that also means we can read everybody else's tongue. Yeah, but we're not there yet. So even if it's prophesied, which it is, that's going to happen, I am not there yet. Because again, I'm a part. Maybe there are other Christed ones that can function on that level. Yeah, great. I particularly can't yet. Sorry about that. We've each got our job to play and part to play. So I'm just politely requesting any Islamic people that have touched into this and of sharing their name in Islamic writing, right, but want to get a better connection, yeah, please just also include under your name an English translation of who or how you call yourself, so I can then acknowledge you. Oh, there's what's it saying, what's it? But at the moment, I can't, because it's in Arabic, and I don't understand a word of it. Yeah? And that there isn't anyone here, but even if there was, I proved my point. Everyone has got an English translation of who they are at the moment. But obviously, yeah, I'm getting some loads of hearts. So it means that the person's really agreeing, yeah, this is correct. This is good. He's not I've been called many things, slander, but homophobe. No, I don't have a thing against homosexuality, but I am not a homosexual myself. And I do feel it's over my line that people make a connection with me and they don't want to talk. They want to just masturbate, if you like, with me then. Well, sorry, that's not me. I ain't gay, go elsewhere, yeah. My bit about women, yes. I am an expansion of Krishna. Okay? So that means, yeah, I'm a Christed one. Again, that's a Christian label, but it isn't only Christian, right? It means you're part, if there is going to be a part, of a collective Christ. Now, this we go back to the Alice A. Bailey teachings, right? The reappearance of the Christ. Describes how this can happen, and it can happen in many ways. A collective Christ. So we're all Christed, but we're all part of a collective Christ. An individual Christ who does have that office, if you like. So everybody, if there was some contention or needed for a higher definition or understanding of something that might be happening in the world, obviously that office bearer would be appealed to, invoked or invited down, because we can all bring in it now. I can bring in Krishna, Buddha, Mother Mary, the whole shebang, whatever I'm inspired to pray for. Get it? Anything. Ganesh, whatever. Anything that has come into my consciousness. Anything I've been in a previous life. Right? Because if you're open, you see, you're not stuck in one particular divine dispensation. So you don't put that label on yourself. My latest label that's come from is I'm a planetary shaman. But a shaman's another word for a priest, right? A medicine, a healer, all the roles that a shaman does, this one can do, but in a planetary context. Again, see, it's evolving. Everything evolves. So you have a shaman who generally just ministers to his people, the village he's affiliated with, yeah. But then the shamanistic role can evolve, as everything is, and a planetary shaman, which this one is, can minister to the planet and everyone on the planet. Yeah, you just need to ask. There's your mantra. Ask, you shall receive. If you ask Allah, Allah will respond. If you ask Krishna, Krishna will respond. If you ask Mother Mary will respond, because such beings have no restriction of where they physically can be, because they're not a physical being. And that's what it means to be a spiritual being. You can be millions of places simultaneously, and people can ask you for help, and you can give them help. So planetary shamanism is just that, really, an extension of shamanism. And of course, people won't know anything about shamanism, but those that do, it's a seed for you. What is a planetary shaman? And you will have it revealed from within. You are already into shamanism, right, shall we say? And this teacher has given you this concept, planetary shaman or planetary shamanism. Take it inside. I'm not going to tell you what to think or to believe. That's the magic again, golden rule. Anybody that tells you to do anything, anyone that enforces their particular interpretation of the truth in a telling way, you can get away with it with humour, but then it's still giving the person, it's not this, you've got to do this. Totally different thing. That is accepted, and that's the way I move. I often do tell people what to do, but in a humorous way. So it's tempered, and it still goes in. And if it's meant to be right, if they're ready to receive that word and act on that word, but it will come from within. And if you don't like some of the things that I say, again, that's no problem. Get it? Because it will come from you. And I think the Tibetan master, Zhuang Kao, who was get that right. See, people are getting very picky. Although I do say it right, but it's just like a Freudian slip. Yes, Alice A. Bailey did channel Zhuang Kao. But guys, it's a lot easier for me to just say, and Zhuang Kao in this particular book, because in a sense it is his book, but it happened to be channeled by Alice A. Bailey, right? Which is true. It's more easier, isn't it? It slips off the tongue easier. Well, Zhuang Kao, in the front of all his books, makes this point. Do not accept this because I'm reported or reputed to be a Tibetan master of the wisdom. You must assimilate it and look at it. And if it's right for you, it will come from within. You will have an inner recognition because it does then become part of your reality. So it's not a mind thing. It's like it becomes part of your reality. It's how you understand the mechanics of life. This is how it works, right? Meaning you do create your own reality. You're a lot aware of that reality and you are doing it, but it's not just a belief. Yeah, we create our own reality, man, yeah, but you haven't really taken that aboard. Because if you do, then you will move into signs and wonders. You will, miracles will be performed through you. Think that one through, right? what is a miracle worker? Could be any religion. It's not it doesn't belong just to Christianity, but you are a person who can be an instrument. Naughty. But okay. See my line. No, this is morning. If you're in any way familiar with me, and that person was, it's not a new contact, this is not appropriate. Well, that's it. So again, I'll just check, come through the live, because if you sussed and you have a comment box, so you now are hyper, that person can now be listening to me and can, through the comment box, interject whatever, whatever, could be, this situation, what do you feel, whatever, but it's there. But some people are still a bit, how can I put it? I turn it round. All right, I'm turning the situation round now. How would I be if I suddenly started to suspect or feel, oh my God, this is the Christ? When I've clearly said I'm a Christed one, but even so, it would blow my testicles off. Get it? I would slightly not be so centered as I should be. And my enthusiasm, my thing would override the natural restraint, right? I want to speak, that, well, yeah. So I can obviously and do make an allowance that if someone's achieved that state, at first it's quite a mind blow, but don't worry, you will come down to earth and you will take your part, get it? Before enlightenment, choppy wood, it's a Zen Buddhist saying. After enlightenment, choppy wood, get it? That you've had this life transforming awareness flash come experience, but many people can react that way. What do I do now? I've got to do something special. I've got to contact him. I've got to go to the Queen or whatever. And that's when you've lost the plot a bit. Just a bit. But you'll calm down. Go to a healer. Go to a group of friends. Touch them. They will ground you, right? Not rebuke you, not resist you, not saying you just go with their reality, because that's how they perceived it. And eventually they will be grounded and come back to consensus reality. It'll be perfectly calm, perfectly centered, perfectly rational. And someone just needs to say to them, well, yes, you've touched into a Christed one. You've interpreted it slightly wrong. He isn't the Christ, but he's a Christed one. And there are many of them. And if you've obviously had that experience yourself, you just direct them to someone else. Yes, check this guy out. He's a Christed one. Check that guy out. He's a Christed one. Check this woman out. She's a Christed one. Yeah? So this is, again, a bit of advice to psychiatrists. If you have someone come into your aura, because that's how it is, or karmically, okay, they end up being put into a psychiatric facility because they have slightly lost the plot, right? That's all that's happened. So how would I ask you to respond to such a scenario? You need to ground the person. That doesn't mean scaring them, and that doesn't mean administering drugs that they're probably wary of. You try this first. You touch them on the shoulder. Just nice. But straight away you are grounding them, right? You just be silent for a couple of minutes. You just touch them, just that. And that in general will bring them down to a mutual level. so they can speak more rationally, then you advise them that that's possibly what's happened to you. It's very simple. No, you're not Jesus, right? It's very simple, but you've been Christed. Now, if you haven't, I'd have to go to the Alice A. Bailey books, any system that uses that concept, Christed, right? And I might add, Christianity does, if it is interpreted right. Jesus, that's it. Jesus became Christed, okay? And that happened when John the Baptist baptized Jesus, okay? See, something that they can understand and know if they happen to have a Christian, right? And that's it. That's the mechanics of it. And you can suggest to them, get it? Well, look, one thing you can do is go and have a shower, right? Because a shower isn't washing you physically, although it is. I'm watching the time, but you're cleansing your aura, because that's where it comes from another level. Everything that comes to you passes through your aura. So you can, a good healer can actually see, see an illness before it's reached the physical plane. So you've got this potential to have an illness, but they can see it in your aura or sense it in your aura, same difference. And they can give you prayer and release you from having to experience that potential illness. Same analogy with psychosis or anything. It actually comes through the person's aura. So it can be terminated. Remember the examples I've given, all incorporated water. The man I took into the Findorn River, water. The lady, water, because she was walking in water. We walked along the beach line. See, many ways to skin a cat. She was walking around puddles all the time. That's what we did. She was being elf, but she was going, oh, that's good, this. Water. She was touching water. I was touching the water. And through me, the water was transmuted to be exact healing compound that she needed, right? Because my feet were touching the water that her feet was touching. So that's the mechanics of it. That water, again, very symbolic, very important, very easy. You're in the hospital. Just get a little model pyramid, not a big, put some water under it. Just make sure the pyramid's orientated north. But it can become just a natural, well, they design them, a water dispenser that has a pyramid on the top. There you go. So it's a proper water dispenser, and it's got your 2 taps, and it's where people can go and get water. And you've got like a pyramid on the top that can be moved because it's orientated north, right? So it's something for practical. Senior design engineers go, oh yeah, well, yeah, pyramid water. You give credit where credit's due. You can call your company Pyramid Water, but maybe it'd be copper, and that's it. And that device will purify the water under it. So it's got a big thing of water, cleanse the water from all the vibrations and things it's picked up, getting to you. This is all motor, this is all science. Go to a moto, go to any expert who's looked into water. And this is common knowledge. Go online, it's there. Water acts as a like a battery. It absorbs everything around it, right? Everything, negative thing, right? So to cleanse it, you just put it under a pyramid, and the pyramid draws up the earth's energy. Natural, see, not drugs, nothing added to the water. It's just water, but it's been put under a pyramid. then that water will be purified, cleansed of any harmful thing. If the person's inclined, again, they know about blessing things, you can just teach them a simple little prayer, or I'm teaching you it. Blessed Father God, I ask that this water be transmuted to whatever medicinal compound I need at this time. I ask this in blessed Lord Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Now you can just change that because you teach the person to say that, or you can give them a demonstration. Oh, okay, well, this is just water. It's come from under the pyramid, which I can see, and this helps improve the effectiveness of the water, personalizes it. That's it, whatever this person needs. So it can either be them doing a direct prayer themselves. If they're not quite ready for that, you can do that on their behalf. It's like, it's right. Blessed Father God, do it again. I ask that this water is transmuted to the medicinal compound that, and you would use their name, needs. I ask this in blessed Lord Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Over in 10 seconds, person ain't going to give monkeys. Oh, he's just give me some water. Fine. They have far less reticent to that, to you giving them some synthetic drug that they've heard all this stuff that it's harmful, it's not natural, there's side effects. So again, try that first. Can't lose anything. And let me know how you get on. So again, we'd go over the trip again. Someone's come into your wing, hospital wing. They're just being admitted. They've been sectioned. Even if they have been given tranquilizers, get it? Because that's what I did in Ward 4. Same analogy, the Coca-Cola was blessed, and it was asked that it be turned and changed into whatever that person needed so they can get up out the bed. And that's what they did. And you in Ward 4 know this. That was obviously put on file. There was a threat of the police being brought in. But luckily for me, or maybe it wasn't, I politely didn't resist, even though you're making, shall we say, nasty accusations that I'd given him some drug. Whoever the doctor was, anyway, someone took control because I was allowed to just leave. I think the Coca-Cola was left there. Yeah, no problem. Right, we have this checked out. And if there had been anything in it, a chemical, whatever, but, I could have still been prosecuted, right? So you just do that. Install some person that gets to hear this, who's a bit tuned in, or it can happen again through the spirit, through their guides directly, will be inspired to make water dispensers that have a pyramid top. And it can just needs, the pyramid must be able to be rotated. Because ideally it's just orientated one side, not the corner, north. Very simple done. Get a technological one that, automatically orientates itself north. As for pyramids, wow, go on the internet. There's a wealth of distributors of pyramids. I predict that the Bosnian pyramid site, which is the newest pyramid found, they have immense material directly that's been under the pyramid, but part of these tunnels that are all filled in, which in my mind would make a perfect additive to a molded pyramid. You get me? So you can make a molded pyramid that can just be whatever size, but incorporate, they're doing this now, incorporated within the pyramid is either sacred materials or material from an actual pyramid. It can just be a handful of dust. Get it? And then what they do, you can buy these now, not necessarily Bosnian ones, but there are people where you can get pyramids. They have a part of the Pyramid of Giza in it. And they're really idiot-proof, well designed. They've just got an arrow on the bottom, and that arrow, which is obviously on a side, needs to be orientated north. And that's it. And it's a beautiful ornament. That would work. So you get a conventional water dispenser, and you have a pyramid, though, that can be put on top, that can be removed if you want it being ripped off or whatever, but can just be orientated north. And all that water is coming under the influence of the pyramid, which is actually the Earth's energy that's being drawn up, right? All of it's being purified, and you again just put the added blessing of a blessing. Blessed Father God, I ask that this water be transmuted to whatever healing compound, if it's I need. I ask this in blessed Lord Jesus Christ's name, right? Blessed Father God, I ask that this water be transmuted to whatever. Admittedly, you could get their permission, no problem. Look, would you like to take some water? But this is under a you explain it, because that's getting over any, not blocks, but giving the credit where it's due. Well, why is this water different? Because it's under a pyramid. So they've got, they've got nothing else to do. They're in the ward under me and human health section. Give them a computer or let them have computer access. That's it. And access it themselves. Oh, there's a good page. You can look up Russian pyramid research, right? Imagine it. So they go on a thing and it'll blow their minds. Because it's science. Get it? This is the answer to one of my prayers. Blessed Father God, grant me the means. No, blessed Father God, it's no good that I just believe you exist. We need something to help other people to believe, a scientific something. So it's not a matter of devotion or whatever, or something miraculously happening in your lives that suddenly you are converted. There is a God. I've been there. I've had a past life experience, I've had a near-death experience, or all these things. And this is nurses. Yeah, this is known. Yeah, people have been on the operating table and have left their body and seen themselves being operated. They then have a life-changing experience. They know they're not the body. And we've done that and much in the time. So they know it. You can't take it away from them. They come down, they share it, and then the nurses or whatever might explain it. Well, again, it's just your mind, dear. It's incredible what the mind can do, which actually is the truth. Our mind can and does create our reality. Get it? So, yes, my mind did imagine that I left my body and that I saw the other people in the operating theatre, and then I did come back. But then when the person can check, well, I saw you doing this or that, or this was said, anything, it could happen that was done in the operating theatre. And then they can suss it from the doctor's response. Huh? Because you did, but don't worry about them. All right, that's their thing. And you can't blame them because they haven't had such an experience. But you can go away from that operating theatre and you might have just had just something temporary that caused you to leave your body. It can be many of the drugs administered in the operating, the anesthesia, right, and the anesthetic cause this experience. So you haven't died, but you've been pushed out your body, right? We're getting into auras and things, yeah. But then when you're on this other level, and then we're talking about the umbilical cord, get it? That on the etheric level is always there. So you would join, get it, and you got this cord, and you still got that. Although it's been cut as a baby, it's still there. So there is a connection, but you're hovering over the body, right? And you're looking down on your body, and then at an appropriate time, you just shoot down. But again, losing me just a bit. Well, it's just expanding the idea. All this sort of knowledge is available about pyramids. Yes, they do transform anything put under them. Radioactive material has been neutralized. Poisonous, toxic materials have been neutralized. And on the other expansion, antibiotic preparations like colloidal silver. I stress that because not synthetic drugs, but colloidal silver is one of the most powerful how can I put it, antivirus, anti-whatever infection agent that we have. So you can use colloidal silver to directly apply on a cut. You can take it internally and cleanse anything within you. And it's just silver in water, but it's been processed, an electric shock. I've got a colloidal silvering machine. I'm a silver machine. Yeah, that is actually what it is. Yeah, who knows? Awkward, right? But I've got a machine, put water in it. Let's see if I've got it here. That's a good thing. Oh no, right? And this is a silver, you see that, yeah, electrode. Yeah, you see it's solid silver, right? But it'll last you years, right? But it did get a bit of humour, did get left in my jean pocket and has been in the washing machine, it's buckled it, right? Still works, of course it does, because all it's doing is acting as an electrode in the machine, right? The machine can also produce alkaline water. So it's got two functions. It can turn water and increase its alcohol, and not alcohol, alkaline level, which is reputed to be good for you. In other words, the other extreme is too acid. You get me? In your stomach, as an example. So you can increase that naturally to be more alkaline. And for certain illnesses, that is shown to be brilliant, right? But you can also, just by screwing this electrode onto obviously an inbuilt screw within the machine, it then susses that you're going into silver manufacturing mode. It's all automatic. You fill the machine with the water. It's about this big, well, whatever, it's quite big. So it lasts you days, if not a week, right? And then you put the lid down, you set a timer, and mine is set to an hour, which is the maximum on it. So I do get the maximum electrolysis process of getting the silver off, right, into the water. Then I just go away, do the thing, and it automatically turns off. And there's a little beep, 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 like an egg timer. Press the off, bring out the thing. This you give just a wipe, because it will have some kind of black deposit, but that's no problem. It's harmless, but it's just to make it more effective. So you clean the electrode, tissue or anything. There's two other electrodes, and one of them is made of a special metallic metal, which it is. It's like it's been coated with this, it looks like tar, but it's not, but it's solid, but all roughy texture, and you're told to just wipe that carefully. And the other just has a normal thin blade, it's a blade electrode, which again, you're told, I think it's lemon juice, right? But you can just wipe it, it's enough, because you're taking off any coating that may be forming on that. You let that dry, and you've got medicine, colloidal silver medicine, freshly made under the presence of a pyramid, put under a pyramid. In fact, that is my water, right? All the water that goes under the pyramid goes through that process. It's already been turned, in a sense, into colloidal silver, which is a medicine and antibiotic known, right? By the medical profession, I'm not off my head again, this isn't a new agey thing, that is known. Colloidal silver is one of the most powerful natural antibiotics you can get. So if the synthetic antibiotics don't work, because they are synthetic, this particular version of antibiotics you can use all the time. It's natural. And the body again, just it. I'll do that again. I'm inspired, and We're only just over an hour, so I'm going to wind this up. There is my pyramid, what I've just been talking about. Now, that is a bigger version, but you don't have to have something like that in your hospital ward. It can be a normal, inverted commas, water dispenser, and with just a pyramid on the top, which again can be orientated. You have many options. You can actually get a pyramid made that incorporates the physical part of the two major pyramids. You can get, oh, you can't yet, right? They ought to, but you will be able to get, I'm pretty sure, a Bosnian pyramid. So it's come from Bosnia, comes with the material from the actual pyramid, but then it's like a resin that's poured around it in a mold, and you have an arrow that just tells you which way north. It's easy done because it is already being done, but with the dust and the parts from the Pyramid of Giza, right? So it's not, that isn't, they are being made now, but it just needs them to, same technology to be applied to the Bosnian pyramids. They've got plenty of them. I mean, but again, repeat, there's all these tunnels under the Bosnian pyramids, which again is perfect. It's been under the pyramid, it's earth, it's been under there for how many years, who knows, when the tunnels were filled in and blocked off, you see. So obviously it's whatever, because then from that, the soil's just grown all over it. And to look at it, it looks like a natural mountain, but of course it isn't. When you fly over it, you clearly see it is a pyramid shape, full-size pyramid. All this is old hat. If you go online, Bosnian pyramids again. So what I'm saying, everything I'm saying can be verified. Do your research. Go online, Bosnian pyramids, because it's all science there. There's no one claiming it's a burial place of bodies. Everything that's being released is what's being scientifically verified, the right approach. But this is my particular, good news for those that know. I have now reached that point. Someone has positively responded, and they've got some Bosnian pyramid water for me. Her name's Mary, and the latest communication was, because she didn't, do you want me to bring it to you or what? So I gave her both options. Well, she really said, depending on where you are, I can bring it, or the other option is obviously post it. So she now has my address, phone number, and she can also just connect me through thing. If she makes the decision, well, that is a bit too far, like me, it's too far to go. I'd like to meet a guy and all that, but, it's a bit, she can just plop it in the post, and I will obviously just reimburse her costs. It is, I think she paid probably €10, but that's all right. And then the postage, and that's brilliant. Then that's right, we start from that now. On the bottom, which you can see, behind some containers of water, is a big round reservoir glass jar of water that has a tap fitted to it. We start that way. But on the top of that, you'll see there's like a wooden disc, not a tin lid. But again, research has clearly shown metal interferes with the effectiveness, and that's common sense again. The energy that is being drawn up by the pyramid is of an electrical nature, whether it's magnetic energy from the earth, whether it's ionic energy from the earth, all have an electrical capacity or component of it. And so the Russians have said, don't put anything in metal. Any containers, it's better to use plastic. Again, we go back to think because of the way that will conduct and take off the electrical energy, although it isn't that, but it is, that's being drawn up. Right. Now that is the flower of life, a very well-known symbol of sacred geometry that is known and accredited with purifying capacities. People who move in crystal therapy will cleanse their crystals by putting them on a flower of life like mat. I've even got a beer mat like the flower of life, so I can put any cup of water on it and it will be benefit from the purifying capacity of the flower of life, right? Then on that, I've only got 3 little crystals. I can just see one with a blue one, which are crystals directly linked to Mother Mary. Again, you want to investigate that. You've got time. Check out any of the works by Judy Hall, considered one of the world's authorities on crystals, right? She's written a book which influenced me greatly, Sacred Sites and Crystals. But there's more, you can get 101 power crystals, whatever. But she will be the one where you can get the information of which crystals are linked to whatever saint. To me, it's Mother Mary. And then there's another crystal under there. It's granite, actually, but it's linked with the earth. So it's polished. You can get what you call very cheap polished crystal stones. Right? So they are crystal, but they've been polished. They're nice and smooth and safe. And the same with the other 2 crystals, they've just been polished. Then we have a jar, but it's actually, we can see it. It's sort of pyramidical in shape, you see. And that has been proven by the Russians. Any sort of shape, well, they use the word cone, you get me? So you're starting wide at the bottom and going narrow, has a similar effect as a pyramid. You're going into science. Well, that is what a pyramid is. I call it sacred shapes, sacred geometry, bears words, but that's it. So that then itself, the container, will be encouraging the energy. Then you've got, again, the flower of life. Anything on top of that is. But then you've got a double or triple whammy, because again, all of that comes under this pyramid. Get it? So you've got a double whammy. That is the crown stone, as they call it. So it is a pyramid in itself. You can see it. Oh, I'm pointing at the top. You can clearly see there's this solid pyramid shape. It's solid. Then you see white PVC plastic, again been proved far better than metal, very cheap, easy material to work with. And just a junior hacksaw can cut the tubing, and you can adjust it to any size you want. So when you buy this kit, you just buy the top stone and 4 corners that have all been made in the 3D process, printing process now. I think about 50 quid. Well, a man's got to make his, they're expensive machines. He's not mass producing them, right? Perfect, because for 50 quid and the cost of a few plastic pipes, you've got a pyramid that you can even sit under. But it wouldn't be too good out in the outside. But hypothetically, you can create a pyramid that could go up in your loft or anywhere where you can sit under and meditate under and put a lot more material under. It's a very good deal, and that's on eBay. Right? Again, you just stick into eBay pyramid kits. It's quite a selection. I've also got, but that's just a side thing, a copper 4-foot large pyramid, which is totally portable because it's like an umbrella. So all the tops are joined by a ring, but then to get your perfect angle, your bottom measurement is like a chain. So you just unfold it, move it about a bit, and make sure the chain is fully extended at the bottom. You don't have to, but to get your best results, you got that. Then all you need to do is orientate one side that's going north, and that's easy to do. You just put the compass in the middle until you get a rating, and you just twiddle it about a bit. So in theory, you can erect your own pyramid anywhere. In theory, with a little chair, because I can't sit on the wall, you can meditate under a pyramid, link into the Earth's energies, and you're actually generating and forming a PowerPoint. That's the science. Put the pyramid down, there's your energy, your aura, and you sit there at a nice, we can be near a sacred site, of course, but anywhere near water. Go to the seashore. No one's going to bother you on the beach. It's free land, anywhere on any seashore, anywhere on the shore of a loch, anywhere. near water, you can put a pyramid and you can sit there for a couple of hours and you're causing a planetary power point to be formed because you're allowing the energy of the earth to be drawn up. And you could leave it. You could sit under it for an hour and then, let's go and have a picnic. So you with some friends and you just go off and the pyramid's left there and you spend an hour or two having a nice picnic, as an example. But you've done some brilliant work and the water will be blessed directly. Why? Because at the base of the pyramid, there's an auric field that goes outward. So he's not just got anything under the pyramid that takes of the energy of the pyramid, if you like, or benefits from the energy of it, but there's like an auric field. It's like a donut. You know what a donut is? It's got a hole in the middle and then it goes round. And it's like and this has all been measured. Okay, yeah, I'm not off my head. This has all been measured. And it's not just the Russians, obviously. There's a site you can buy these pyramids that I've talked about that have been linked to Giza. So you just put that, model pyramids, pyramids for healing, whatever. And you'll connect into the appropriate sites because it is plural. But it's a brilliant site I've found, and they are selling pyramids, again, that have been made in a mold, but actually do have part of the pyramids of Giza incorporated in. Pays your money, gets your choice, obviously. But a basic pyramid will do. And that's this. So for 50 quid, you can buy this kit and you get 2 types of pyramid. You get the Giza design, which is a more flatter angled one. And this is what's called a Nubian pyramid, which are from Egypt. It's not saying they discovered it, but they've tested both types in the laboratory. And this is a more effective design. You see, it's not so space-taking, naughty. No, because all this person's got to do is he online? Yes, he is, right. And I'll just be patient. I'm just checking that now because I'm about to fold this up. We're over there. I'm just checking, again, what you call my comment section. Does anybody say no English? This guy. No English, Hindi. Well, Jay, go a hole. Hello, yes, and think. Do not speak Hindi. Not in the position, although I'm sure the technology is available, that it can translate, there you go, translate my voice as it's being spoken, and it can turn it, but it's a spoken. Brilliant technology. A little thing like this, you can go and you can speak in your language, but adjust it so it comes out in the other person's language, say Japanese. Hello, can you tell me where the thing is? And in a flash of an eye, you press a button or whatever, and it's been translated into Japanese. I don't know how much they are, but I don't think I could do that. Okay, let's be fair. Well, you can take this video when you get it, and you can take it somewhere, a lab or somewhere that can do that for you, or a translator. Find a friend who does understand English very well and Hindi, and he can sit. It's a nice excuse, isn't it, to share it. Hi, I've got this thing, but it's in English. Would you like to join me? And can you translate it into Hindi? It'll be a bit stop and start. But again, you can make your own. There's your little thing to do, right? Make your own Hindi version. So it just entail it being stop-started a bit, but that will benefit, or it can be done in writing. Right, so you play the video and there's someone there translating as it's being played from the English to Hindi, but typing it, recording it, right? Then it can be put as subtitles. There you go. This can all be done now. And so it's subtitled in Hindi, and you can even cut the voice out. So it's just a subtitled, filmed version of this video, but it has total Hindi translation along the bottom. You're doing a great service, because I'm well aware many Indian people are tuning into this. And there's your challenge, sir. You can do this yourself. I've no copyright things, but you can easily gain a copy of this, as far as I know, because I can just send you a link. That's being done via Facebook. I can send a link which will take you directly into the YouTube version of this, which you then can access. They'll still be in English, but then you can, again, just play it in front of someone. You're all geared up. They're able to type fast enough, to translate it into Hindi. You can just play it a couple of times if you've missed a bit or got thing, and then you've got your English translation. Then you can put it into a film editing software, and you can obviously be able to generate your own Hindi subtitles, right? Which you feed in somehow, and that's it. Maybe a bit more to it, but you've got a starting point, and you ask around other people who know more about this. Can this be done? It might be a studio might say, oh yes, we can do that, sir. We can translate it into Hindi, and we can change the film so it incorporates subtitles. A nice one. So I'm not, I've just given you an answer now. That's how you can do it. Right, we have the technology. So yes, I'm well aware many Hindi people have responded to this. I've already shared that at the beginning. It's Indian people that responded. There's no European people here. Indian. And we go back to my hopeful good news that I've asked someone in Bhutan, you might recognize that, Bhutan in India, very holy place, Buddhist country, Bhutan, and I'll put it in the thing. Here you go. I'll put it in my comment, right? Print it. Hold on, new comments 3, hold on. Oh no, there you are, so you'll see it. Graham Clark, Bhutan, it's right at the bottom, right? So now you can do it. Again, you might not have, again, you probably have only got mobile phones. Well, again, I will get and have my tea. I've got to go, and it's all right. Oh, it's nearly 8 o'clock. It's all right, but I've got to go to the post office. My goddaughter in the Philippines, I need to send her some money. But this is one of the best video machines. It's not a phone, but you see the size of it. It's a mini iPad. And you can get these secondhand. You don't have to get the latest model. Very cheaper than a mobile phone in some cases. Probably not where you are, but the price you can pay for mobile phones is ridiculous, right? Because they're not very good for this work, because they only have a diddy screen. This has got a big screen, and it's all geared up for just video talking. So you need a Wi-Fi connection, right? But that's it. But then it's free. Just need to go. Also, internet cafes, where a very easy price, obviously wherever they're based, you don't pay hundreds of pounds or whatever, and go there, and there you go. And you can live video chat with people who also are on, as an example, Facebook. As you know, anyone on Facebook you can video talk with free. Yeah. And because it just comes up in the box in Messenger, you've got that option. Video conversation, voice only, that's for people who perhaps don't have a video facility, and you're away. So it's certainly worth, even if 3 or 4 of you get together and get a mini iPad, second-hand. You obviously have got an eBay, I imagine, in India as well, but it's a brilliant place to buy quality second-hand goods. You could eat the skies a little bit. Some of you are really into this idea. Wow, yeah, to have my own video phone where I can talk to people and see them, and it's free and no more phone charges. All I need to go is to a cafe, or I do get Wi-Fi installed, and again, that's shared. And that people come to your home, you charge them a fee. to be able to gain access to so you'll cover your costs. So you do get Wi-Fi installed. Your friends can come, they pay a small fee because they appreciate that you've paid for the Wi-Fi to be set up. Then you're laughing because it's not just me. You've then got access to all the other teachers and everything else that's on Facebook. You've then got access to things like Gaia TV, very cheap. And I'm sure in India it's cheaper. Here it's only, I think 99 cents a day, which is right. But I'm sure in India, if they've got that together, you can get Gaia TV, and obviously it'd be related to the people it's based in. That's me 8 o'clock. Oh, I've got to move. That's me 8. It is. It's 8 o'clock. That's the radio free. So bye for now, and connect with you again soon.